Modern Small House Design 2025, Luxury Courtyard Living, Stylish Front Yard, and Elegant Interior Ideas. Welcome to the world of Modern Small House Design 2025, where the boundaries between beauty, efficiency, and innovation blur into a seamless expression of modern living. Today's architectural vision is not about size or extravagance, it's about purpose, flow, and feeling. A house is no longer just a physical structure, it's a living experience, an ecosystem that connects people, nature, and technology in harmony. The modern small house is redefining how we think about luxury, sustainability, and the future of home design. In 2025, the trend towards smaller, smarter homes has become more than a movement. It's a lifestyle philosophy. Homeowners across the world are choosing intelligent architecture over excessive square footage, embracing designs that balance elegance with environmental awareness. The idea is simple yet profound. A beautiful home doesn't need to be big. It needs to be meaningful. Every space, every corner, every material tells a story of balance between innovation and tradition, comfort and efficiency, openness and privacy. Luxury itself has evolved. It's no longer defined by chandeliers, marble floors, or towering ceilings. In the age of conscious design, luxury is measured by how effortlessly a space serves your well-being. It's about natural light pouring in through floor-to-ceiling windows, materials that breathe with the environment, and layouts that flow intuitively. Imagine walking into a compact yet stunning home where nature greets you from every direction. The air feels fresh, the light feels soft, and the atmosphere feels calm. A place where simplicity itself becomes the highest form of sophistication. At the heart of many modern small houses lies a feature that embodies this philosophy: the courtyard. Once a hallmark of traditional homes in Asia and the Mediterranean, the courtyard has returned, reimagined for the future. In today's designs, it's not merely an open space, but a living core that connects the interior with the sky. It brings in air, light, and serenity, transforming the home into a sanctuary. A small garden with a single tree, a reflecting pond, and carefully placed lighting creates a space of quiet introspection, a private world within the walls of modern life. This new generation of courtyards is multifunctional. They act as natural cooling systems, reduce energy use, and promote psychological well-being. In dense urban settings where green space is scarce, the courtyard restores the human need for open sky and organic texture. It's the heart of the house, where families gather, where the morning begins, and where evenings end in soft conversation under a fading sunset. Moving outward, the front yard of a modern small house tells another story, one of personality, character, and design precision. In 2025, front yards are no longer ornamental. They're architectural statements. Designers are sculpting entrances that speak the language of geometry and texture. Concrete, wood, stone, and glass are woven together in minimalist patterns that evoke calm and confidence. Instead of sprawling lawns, you find elegant walkways lined with ornamental grasses, succulents, and gravel. Landscapes that require little maintenance, yet radiate visual harmony. These modern front yards reflect the shift towards sustainability and individuality. Many include solar-powered lights embedded in the path, automated irrigation systems, and even edible gardens with herbs or small citrus trees. They are designed not only to welcome but also to express, to give the first impression of the home's philosophy: smart, refined, and deeply human. The entryway becomes a gentle transition, guiding visitors from the public world into a private realm of artistry and calm. Step inside, and the design language continues. Clean lines, warm materials, and a sense of openness that feels larger than the floor plan itself. The interior of a modern small house is a masterclass in balance. Spaces are fluid, not rigid. Walls become sliding partitions, and rooms transform with need and mood. The living, dining, and kitchen areas merge into one flowing environment, creating both intimacy and versatility. Every element has a purpose, and every detail is intentional. The color palette tells a story of subtle sophistication. Soft whites, muted grays, and earthy taupes dominate, creating an atmosphere that feels timeless. But these tones are never flat. They come alive through texture. Rough stone, brushed metal, woven fabric, and natural wood infuse depth and character. Lighting design plays an essential role, replacing harsh overhead fixtures with soft layers of indirect illumination. Warm LED strips along the ceiling or behind furniture add dimension and warmth, enhancing both function and mood. Technology, meanwhile, operates silently in the background, ever-present yet invisible. Smart home systems are seamlessly integrated into design aesthetics, allowing homeowners to control light, temperature, and air quality with a voice or a touch. Curtains open automatically at sunrise. The courtyard lights dim as evening arrives, and the climate adjusts intuitively to ensure comfort without waste. In 2025, these features are not indulgences. They are the new normal, reflections of how technology and design merge to enhance daily living. Sustainability stands as a defining pillar of this modern philosophy. Solar panels are elegantly built into rooflines, rainwater collection systems are hidden within minimalist structures, and energy-efficient materials are standard practice. The small house doesn't consume the environment, it cooperates with it. It adapts to natural cycles, saves energy, and cultivates awareness of the world outside its walls. This harmony of design and ecology symbolizes the maturity of contemporary architecture, a shift from consumption to coexistence. More than anything, modern small house design celebrates the emotional power of space. It's about how a room feels when sunlight touches it, how a breeze passes through the window, how silence fills the corners. Architects today are obsessed not with the amount of space, but with the experience of it. High ceilings create airiness, mirrors expand perception, open layouts nurture connection. The result is a home that feels generous, even if it's compact. A home that grows with its owner's life, not against it. This new movement redefines the relationship between architecture and identity. Living in a modern small house is not about limitation, it's about liberation. It's about choosing purpose over excess, design over decoration, and calm over clutter. Every line, material, and proportion speaks to a deeper truth: that comfort, beauty, and intelligence can coexist in the smallest of spaces. As the world evolves, so too does our understanding of what home means. In 2025, the modern small house stands as a symbol of mindful living, a place where design meets consciousness and where the future of housing is not just built, but felt. The story of modern architecture continues to unfold, blending art, technology, and nature into a new definition of what it means to live beautifully. As we continue this exploration of modern small house design, it becomes clear that the heart of 2025's architectural vision lies in harmony between materials and light, between nature and innovation, and between human emotion and structural form. The modern home is no longer static. It is alive, evolving with its inhabitants and adapting to their rhythms. Every choice, from layout to lighting, is made not only for beauty, but for balance. The second layer of this design philosophy unfolds inside, in the subtle choreography of interior space. Architects and designers are now crafting homes that think, breathe, and feel. The modern small house is a story of intelligent composition, where every wall, floor, and fixture contributes to a seamless living experience. One of the most fascinating aspects of these homes is the integration of zones. Instead of rigidly separating functions, designers merge them. The kitchen flows into the dining area, which merges effortlessly with the living space. This open concept is more than a trend. It's a reflection of how modern life has evolved. Families today seek fluidity, a space where conversation moves as freely as air. The result is a sense of openness that blurs the line between practicality and poetry. Natural light plays a starring role in this narrative. Windows are no longer mere openings. They are design statements. Tall glass walls dissolve the boundary between interior and exterior, while skylights invite the sun to dance across textures throughout the day. The effect is mesmerizing. Shadows shift, colors breathe, and the atmosphere changes as the hours pass. In the morning, the home feels invigorating. By nightfall, it transforms into a sanctuary of calm. This dynamic relationship with light gives every space a pulse, a sense of living rhythm that connects its occupants to the passage of time. Furniture design has also evolved to complement this fluidity. Gone are the days of bulky stationary pieces. Instead, furniture now serves multiple roles: extending, folding, rotating, or concealing. A dining table doubles as a workspace. A staircase becomes a bookshelf. A sofa transforms into a guest bed with a single motion. Each piece is designed not just for function, but for adaptability. This is architecture that embraces the rhythm of modern life, where a single object can shift identity as the day unfolds. Materials, too, tell a story of mindful design. The modern small house is a celebration of texture and tactility. Concrete meets timber, metal meets linen, glass meets greenery. Each surface contrasts and complements the others, creating sensory balance. There is warmth in the coolness of stone, softness in the precision of steel, and honesty in the grain of wood. These materials speak quietly but powerfully. Their authenticity replaces ornamentation, and their imperfections become beauty. Sustainability continues to define this new aesthetic. Designers are increasingly turning to local materials and low-impact construction methods. Recycled wood, reclaimed metal, and natural clay finishes are becoming the language of luxury. The aim is not only to build for the present, but to preserve the future. This is not greenwashing, it's green living. From insulation that breathes to roofs that collect rainwater, every component serves a purpose that extends beyond the homeowner, toward the planet itself. Inside, nature remains a constant companion. Biophilic design, the integration of natural elements into architecture, has become a cornerstone of 2025's design principles. Vertical gardens, indoor trees, and water features are no longer optional, they are essential. Imagine a wall of cascading greenery filtering the afternoon sun, or a small indoor pond reflecting ambient light as it ripples gently through the room. These elements don't just decorate, they nurture. They create emotional balance, reduce stress, and reconnect people to the natural world, even in the heart of the city. The color palette evolves alongside this connection. While neutrals remain dominant, designers are beginning to reintroduce subtle tones inspired by nature: clay reds, forest greens, and deep ocean blues. These hues are applied sparingly, often as accents against pale walls or natural stone. They bring a quiet vibrancy, a whisper of life that animates the minimalist background. In a small home, color must be strategic. It defines flow, emotion, and focus. The right tone can make a compact room feel expansive, serene, and deeply personal. Lighting continues to serve as the invisible architecture of emotion. Rather than rely on one central source, designers use layered lighting to craft atmosphere. Recessed LEDs along the baseboards create floating effects. Pendant lamps act as sculptural highlights. Warm cove lighting enhances ceiling depth. In every case, the goal is to sculpt perception, to let light not only illuminate but shape the experience of space. It's this sensitivity to mood and detail that turns a house into a work of living art. Technology remains discreet yet omnipresent. The modern small house operates like a silent partner, anticipating needs before they arise. Hidden sensors regulate temperature, purify air, and monitor energy use. Voice-controlled systems manage everything from music to window shades. Yet, these features are designed to disappear into the environment. The technology serves the human, not the other way around. In this new era, intelligence is measured not by visibility, but by invisibility, the ability to enhance without intrusion. Beyond the physical, there's a deeper philosophy guiding these designs: mindfulness. The modern small house encourages slower living. Every element is curated not for excess, but for intention. Minimalism, once seen as an aesthetic choice, has matured into an ethical one, a way to focus on what truly matters. The home becomes a retreat from the overstimulation of modern life, a place where simplicity cultivates peace. Here, less is not a limitation, but a liberation. Outdoor-indoor integration continues this meditative approach. Sliding glass doors open entire walls, allowing courtyards and patios to merge with interior spaces. The garden becomes an extension of the living room. The dining area becomes a stage beneath the stars. These flexible transitions redefine how we inhabit space, transforming daily routines into experiences of openness and connection. In this way, architecture becomes choreography, guiding movement and emotion through design. Art and craftsmanship add the final layer of personality. In many 2025 designs, handcrafted elements are re-emerging as counterpoints to industrial precision. A hand-carved wooden panel, a ceramic light fixture, or a woven textile wall feature. Each one brings warmth, authenticity, and story. These pieces humanize modernity, reminding us that technology and artistry can coexist beautifully when guided by thoughtful design. The kitchen, traditionally the heart of the home, now stands as a symbol of integration and innovation. In small houses, kitchens are open yet discreet, blending seamlessly into living areas. Hidden storage, compact appliances, and sleek finishes maintain a sense of visual calm. Islands serve multiple roles, as prep stations, dining tables, and social hubs. The design encourages togetherness, reflecting the modern lifestyle where cooking, conversation, and community intertwine effortlessly. Bathrooms, once purely functional, have transformed into private wellness spaces. Natural stone sinks, soft lighting, rainfall showers, and matte finishes create spa-like environments. Large mirrors expand perception, while wooden accents add warmth. Even in the smallest footprint, design transforms the everyday act of bathing into a ritual of renewal, an intimate moment of stillness amid life's pace. The second evolution of modern small house design, then, is not about technology alone or material innovation. It's about atmosphere, about crafting homes that feel alive, organic, and emotionally intelligent. It's about designing spaces that nurture creativity, rest, and reflection. The modern home has become an ecosystem, one that mirrors its inhabitants' inner balance. It is no longer a shelter from the world, but a dialogue with it, open, honest, and beautifully human. As the evolution of modern small house design moves forward, it is clear that architecture in 2025 is more than a matter of aesthetics. It is a philosophy of life. The home has become a personal manifesto, a declaration of what we value: balance, connection, sustainability, and emotional clarity. The trends shaping the future of architecture are not about fleeting styles, but enduring principles that reflect our growing awareness of how deeply the spaces we inhabit shape the way we live, think, and feel. In the coming years, design is expected to shift even more toward human-centered architecture. This means creating spaces that respond to how people actually live, not just how they want their homes to look. The modern small house will continue to evolve as a living organism, intuitive, responsive, and deeply connected to its environment. The line between structure and nature will grow thinner, replaced by a fluid integration where homes breathe with the seasons and adapt to the rhythms of the natural world. Sustainability will become the new luxury standard. What began as a movement will mature into an expectation. In 2025 and beyond, homeowners no longer see eco-friendly features as an option. They are essential. Green roofs that reduce heat absorption, solar facades that generate electricity, and water recycling systems that nurture gardens are all part of the design language. Architects are increasingly working with environmental engineers, biologists, and climate scientists to create houses that are not just energy efficient, but energy generative, producing more than they consume. The materials of the future will blend technology with tradition. We'll see greater use of biocomposites, self-healing concrete, and carbon-neutral construction systems that leave almost no environmental trace. Yet, this technological progress will not erase craftsmanship. Instead, it will elevate it. Artisanal techniques, passed down through generations, will merge with precision fabrication, creating homes that feel both timeless and futuristic. This fusion of hand and machine defines the aesthetic of the new era: warm minimalism with a soul. Space flexibility will remain one of the most defining features of modern design. With urban populations rising and land becoming scarcer, adaptability becomes a key architectural tool. The houses of tomorrow will be dynamic, spaces that shift and transform according to need. Movable walls, retractable roofs, and modular furniture will allow living areas to expand or contract as required. A home office by day becomes a guest room by night. A terrace transforms into an open-air dining space with a single gesture. This adaptability allows a small home to feel limitless, shaped by the creativity of its occupants. Smart technology will advance into a new phase, one that feels almost invisible. Homes will not just respond to voice commands, they will anticipate needs through subtle behavioral learning. Lighting that adjusts to mood, windows that tint automatically to control heat, and AI-driven systems that monitor air quality and energy flow. All of these will create an environment of quiet intelligence. Yet, technology will never dominate the design. It will remain hidden, integrated into the aesthetic, enhancing comfort without distraction. Another defining trend will be the rise of emotional architecture. Designers are beginning to focus on how spaces influence mood, creativity, and well-being. The modern small house of the future will be designed as an emotional landscape, a series of experiences rather than static rooms. Spaces will be sculpted for specific sensations: calm, inspiration, connection. Materials, acoustics, and lighting will all be orchestrated to evoke feeling. A soft curve in a hallway can comfort. A shaft of natural light across a textured wall can inspire reflection. This emotional awareness transforms architecture into a form of therapy, one that nurtures both body and mind. Connection to nature will continue to deepen, becoming not just an element of design, but the foundation of it. Biophilic principles will expand beyond courtyards and indoor plants to full ecological integration. Houses will be designed to coexist with their surroundings, built around trees instead of removing them, oriented to capture prevailing winds for natural ventilation, and structured to blend into the landscape rather than dominate it. The garden will no longer be an addition to the home, but part of its very DNA. Terraces filled with native species, living walls, and small ponds will all serve ecological and aesthetic purposes, turning homes into micro-ecosystems that support biodiversity. Aesthetic direction will also evolve. The clean, minimalist style that has dominated the past decade will soften into something more organic and tactile. The modern small house will move away from strict geometry and embrace more fluid sculptural forms. Soft curves, arched doorways, and layered textures will bring warmth to minimalism, making it feel human again. Imperfection will be celebrated. The uneven grain of wood, the patina of metal, the natural cracks in stone. These details tell the story of time, grounding modernity in authenticity. Cultural fusion will also play a significant role in shaping the next wave of design. As global connectivity grows, architecture will blend influences from East and West, old and new. The serenity of Japanese wabi-sabi, the openness of Scandinavian design, and the warmth of Mediterranean living will converge into a global aesthetic, a design language that transcends borders. This new international style will favor calmness, simplicity, and timeless beauty, reflecting a shared human desire for peace and belonging. In the years ahead, the concept of community will begin to shape even individual home design. Architects are looking beyond single units to envision clusters of small houses that form micro-neighborhoods, communities that balance privacy with social connection. Shared courtyards, communal gardens, and co-living facilities are redefining the relationship between personal and collective space. These micro-communities represent a future where design fosters togetherness while preserving individuality, a balance the modern world desperately needs. Emotionally, the modern small house will continue to symbolize freedom. It reflects a generation choosing intention over indulgence, experience over accumulation. It's the physical manifestation of a quiet rebellion against chaos, a declaration that beauty can exist in simplicity, and that true luxury lies in peace. The home of 2025 and beyond is not a status symbol. It's a sanctuary, a place to return to oneself. As we look forward, one truth becomes clear. The future of design is not about more, but about meaning. It's about architecture that listens, breathes, and evolves. The modern small house stands as a metaphor for the human spirit, adaptable, resilient, and endlessly creative. Every line, every material, every beam of light serves a purpose beyond function. It serves emotion, sustainability, and connection. The modern small house is more than a place to live. It's a reflection of who we are becoming, thoughtful, balanced, and beautifully aware. It represents the harmony between technology and nature, between ambition and mindfulness. It teaches us that space, when designed with intention, becomes more than shelter. It becomes art. It becomes philosophy. It becomes home. And as this new era unfolds, the architecture of the future won't just build walls. It will build worlds of meaning, serenity, and human connection. The modern small house is the beginning of that story. A quiet revolution written in glass, wood, and light. The poetry of living well in less and living fully in now.